Okay, well this is my bike that hopefully is going to get me across America on the 2019 Trans-American bike race, which starts in just over a week's time now. So I'll just run you through it. It's an Enigma Escape titanium frame, size 60, with a carbon seat post, carbon forks and an aluminium stem. It has a custom wheel build which is based on Hydra rims with a 28 spoke rear, I think, and a 24 front spoke count. It's got new Continental GP5000 tyres with a 28 front, 32 rear, and I carry a spare 32 rear tyre here, or I can swap all three around obviously whenever I like to, because the rear one's going to wear down a lot quicker, I suspect. Okay, I got on the front here is a Son Deluxe dynamo hub, which is powering all my electronics on the bike. That runs up through a cable on the fork here into the top tube bag here, through a hole here which goes through the lining, and the cable is bent so that the water can't get into it here. In the bag here is all the power electrics and stuff. I'll take you through that later. Also on the front, obviously, well, front here we have disc brakes. These are hydraulic disc brakes, Shimano. Everything's obviously 11 speed, so disc brakes. We've got in the cockpit here, obviously Garmin eTrex 30, all the routes are in there, 20 sections, GPX files, so that'll be my main navigation device. I also have the phone clipped on here. I'm filming on it right now, so you can't see that, but that just goes there. And these mounts I've made myself to fit properly. I've got some old profile design aero bars here. They're not the lightest in the world, but they're comfortable and do the job. In order to get the right fit on this, I've had to put another double layer foam on here. I know that's not technically the way it should be, but it's just the way my arms seem to work. I got the new K-Lite Road here, dynamo powered light, powered from the dynamo and the power pack here. That stays on when I'm at a standstill, as well as lighting up the road while I'm moving, so that's cool. Then we got the saddle here, which is an SMP Pro leather saddle, which is contour designed to make life a bit more comfortable for me. Then a seat post here is reversed so that it doesn't wear a hole in this bag. I have an anti-sway device here. You can see that here, this bar that's clipped to the saddle here to stop this rear bag swaying from left to right, which is very annoying if that happens whilst you're riding for mile after mile. Okay, oh yeah, I'm carrying a saddle cover in here, just says I bloody love riding my bike, so that it doesn't get wet overnight. Then down here, the group set. Okay, front chainring is a Praxis Works Alba 4832, and that is with a Shimano Ultegra derailleur here, 8000. That's set to 3 settings, not just the 2, because it makes the changing on the back here much easier, smoother. And that is an 1140 Shimano mountain bike M8000, I think it is, rear cassette. And this is the long cage derailleur from Shimano 8000. Again, has a built-in road link here. You need that to make this work. Behind here I've also got 2 25mm bottom bracket spacers. Kind of important to get the chain line right. That wasn't originally fitted correctly, but it has been done now. Then I've got Shimano one-sided SPD pedals so that I can walk, because they match these shoes and the cleats, so that I can walk as well as ride my bike. Don't like walking like a penguin, so that's cool. I've got here emergency details taped to the bike. Hopefully they'll stay on the bike and never be needed. Water bottles. Okay, I'm carrying 2 litres of water in both of these, well, 1 litre bottles. They both have caps on to stop me getting infected from mud and cow poo and stuff like that. Sideswipe cage is Spot Ranger. I did have a third down here, but I removed it. I don't need that. I can strap an extra bottle to the top here if necessary, or onto the front, so on those days when I do need to carry more than 2 litres of water, I can still do so quite easily. Just buy a bottle from the shop or Gatorade or something, it's easy. So that's that. Then, okay, got reflective tape pretty much everywhere on this bike, particularly the wheels, on the rims you can see there, on the front forks, and on the rear stays. This is kind of important around the back here. So we've got here, if you look at the back on the rear, all this is reflective tape. It's very highly visible. It's actually designed for disabled people's equipment like wheelchairs, etc., and it bends around these thin stays really very easily, and is amazingly bright. Lights, obviously crucially important. This one here is a Cyclolite Night Rider USB powered light. It is visible from 2 kilometers away. It's extremely bright, with pulsating light as well as solid light obviously. Here I've got this triangle thing, which is from the American Adventure Cycling Association, which I had on the last time I crossed America on a bike. And I have 2 Cherry Bomb lights here. These are powered by normal AA batteries, not USB. They're also visible 2 kilometers away and have the various modes on them. So I'm highly visible from the back. I'll also be carrying a 4th rear facing light on my helmet or on the back of my jersey as appropriate. So that's my lighting. Up front here again, here I have something very important to me, which is my headset cap. It just says yes I can, so when times get tough and I'm thinking, oh Rolf, you can't do this, well yes I bloody well can. Here I've got an emergency whistle, a life jacket whistle, extremely loud, piercing, and that's basically there to deter bears and to deter dogs. And anybody else who pisses me off, basically. I'm learning to play a tune on it, but I'm not doing very well. In here, feed bag and feed bag. So this one is just an old sports cow bag I've got here. I've got my ride glasses in here. They have one for night vision, one for day vision. It has some reading glass situations, you know, panels on them, so I can read my Garmin and my phone whilst I'm riding. So that's going in there. Here, this is a Spot Gen 3 GPS tracker. So that my position in the event can be traced and tracked, and also so that anybody who cares enough about me to be bothered can know where I am. And also, if the shit really hits the fan, there's an SOS button on here. I can push it. International Rescue will come, ask me for my insurance details, and then dig me out of the ditch probably. Here I have the rear view mirror. So I can see those badass truckers too fucking close. Oops, excuse my French. So here I am, look out for me. Then I got yeah, spare tire come through. Oh yeah, the switch. This switch here is for the lights. So when I push it on, the front light comes on from the dynamo. When I pull it back, all the power is redirected to the power pack, which is in here. So whilst that's on, I can actually charge, well, run my light, run my Garmin, run my phone at the same time. If there's anything left power wise, it goes into the power pack, and then I switch it off during the day, I guess, and then will charge the power pack that's in here. Let's come around the other side again, and then what I got here, oh yeah, I got a bike lock here, which is an what's it made by A-Bus, and it's just a simple combination lock, but it's big enough to go in a figure of 8 around both of my wheels and the frame, and attached to a post or a gate or whatever it is. So that's that. In this bag here is a feed bag, which will be full of food probably, but mostly, you know, junk food, I guess. Right now though, it's got my ride cues in it. These are simple paper ride sheets, so at a glance I can see the elevations coming up. I can see the next towns, what's in the next towns in the way of accommodation, food, lodging, etc. So I can make instant decisions just by looking at that as to whether I stick where I am or move on to the next town based upon that information. I've got all that information in my Garmin as well, phone I should say, in terms of the POI file, so I know exactly where everything is. I spent a long time going across the whole of America online, finding all the different sleep spots, campsites and bivvy bag option sites, bike shops, hospitals, things like that, which could possibly be useful, and marked them in my phone. But it's not easy to see sometimes, and you want to take a quick decision without technology, and also as a backup in case the tech fails, then those paper sheets are very, very important. I have those too. I'm also carrying in the back of this bag here a reduced size, very small reduced size set of the ACA Transam maps. The route's not exactly the same as the Transam bike race, but it's near enough, and if I lose all my technical gubbins navigation here, then I used to have those paper maps. Probably then I'd need to let Nathan know that I'm not following the exact same route, and he can dock my time or whatever he wants to do, or scratch me, I don't care, but at least I'll be able to get across. Then what else can I say here? Oh, your saddle is marked. Height from the saddle to the axle is 85, from the saddle to the bottom of my crank is 102. Kind of useful information because I'm always moving my saddle around. Yeah, what's in the bags? Okay, so start the front one. This one here has got all my clothing in it, apart from what I'm wearing. So this is winter clothing, so leg warmers, overshoes, waterproof jacket, winter gloves, liner gloves, base layer, second pair of shorts, second jersey, things like that, some of which I will need in the first part of the ride, I'm sure, because that's going to be cooler and higher. And then if it gets hit hotter lower down later in the ride, then this bag gets shipped back to the UK with whatever I don't need in it to save some weight. Top tube bag, this one here. In it I've got a power pack. There's a Zender power pack. It's charged through, as I explained, it can charge everything and still be running my equipment. I've got little bits and pieces like that, UV lip balm, they use the vitamins in here, the stuff that you need to grab at. This is just a plastic sheet I put on here in case it's raining. I don't want it to go through there. Those cables you see there are actually just that run to the devices. They're not coming up from the dynamo. Dynamo goes through here. It's just another fail-safe thing. In this bag here, the frame bag, there is, I won't open it all up here because it will all fall out everywhere, but things like 2 spare tubes, tyre levers, toolkit, spare gear cables, brake pads, chain link splitters, spare power links, patches, puncture patches, tyre boots, things like that. Then I've got a wash kit. It's got small toothpaste, contact lens cleaner, spare contact lenses, everything I need to keep sort of clean, dental floss, sun cream. I got my asthma inhalers because I'm asthmatic, which actually is important because this next section here is all hygiene stuff. Like it's very important for me that I don't catch a bug, bacterial or viral, on this ride. So I've got all the kit that I need to try to avoid that, including my medication, etc., which I need to take. So that's all in there. Then, oh yeah, on the other side of that bag, in the other zip pocket here, I've got some pollution masks, so that I will be riding mostly with a mask because of the asthma. So that's there. And I've got a high-vis, what do you call it? Not a jacket, a high-vis strap thing I wear, and harness, that's the word, to go on me there, which I'll be wearing. In the back bag here, this is all the sleep kit. So in here you've got a Outkit Hunker extra large waterproof bivy bag, breathable. You've got a Outkit Pipe Dream down 2-season sleeping bag, and an Outkit Cloud Base inflatable sleep mat. I've also got a small footprint or ground sheet for going underneath the bivy bag and the sleep mat to help stop punctures, and also to help keep the heating because it has a reflective sheet on it. It doesn't weigh anything, doesn't cost anything. So that's basically it, I think. So that's the bike, which will get me across America, I hope, on this year's Transamerican Bike Race 2019. So anyway, good luck to everybody who's doing this, and to the surfer who's just about to get in there. Oh, madness, it's freezing. So that's that. Good luck to everybody. Hope it all works out fine. Ride safe.